Hey everyone, Raider, not so dashing Womble here. Well, as you can see, I'm still here. Still here at the hospital at Centerpoint, where I came in 15 days ago now. As you previously may have noticed, I've previously documented I had been here for nearly a month before that with what turned out to be cellulitis from a staph infection. Anyway, and then a week later I was back here again for, well, a considerable amount of blood loss. So much blood that was lost, I ended up in the end, and all the time that I've been here, I've had 5 transfusions. It's a lot of blood. A lot. Anyhow, I've got myself a little script today. Well, not so much a script, just a reminder page behind, because it's been a while since I've done a video. And I just haven't been keeping up with a lot. I've been watching a lot of videos of other dashers, etc. And been on some live shows as well. So been able to keep up with a few things, that's for sure. And actually been looking into doing a live show for myself as well. Also, one thing I've forgotten, I've reached 100 subscribers. Woohoo! I noticed that a couple of days ago, and I think that was because I was on Dashing Across America's live show. That would be Chuck. He's out in Georgia somewhere, and that was a real fun one. He just done an impromptu live show. And I just happened to turn on and went, oh, well, I'll go on that then. And that was real fun, really good fun on that one. Hopefully he does that again. Okay, so like I said, I've been here 15 days now. And going back to some results on that, I had that 4 times the camera had been in me actually. One in a not so desirable area, and one down the throat, which isn't so desirable either, but at least they put you out for both of those. I don't have it here in front of me, but there was the pill camera as well, which I was supposed to swallow, and there was no way I could swallow that thing. So the next morning they had me in the endoscopy department, and they basically somehow insert it down for you and into you, and that was, well, they put you out for that. But as and they really put you out. I mean, crikey, that was my only concern. Do you put me out? Because what happens after that, I'm not going to know, am I, until I wake up. And I can't say I was looking forward to any of those ripping cameras, but the endoscopy, twice I'd had that. And when you go in for that one, if you've not had that, they get the anaesthetic and everything ready in it. And one thing that they do to you is they ask you to put this big thing about, well, I can't flipping say how wide it is really, can I? It's quite big. It goes in your mouth, and it's got a big circle in it, and it goes between your teeth, so they've got room to put the camera down you. Well, both times I had problems getting that in my mouth. I mean, it was quite big, and certainly the second time I went to put it they tried putting it in. I just couldn't get it in. And they came out with this mask with the gas in it or whatever it is. And they said, that's okay, we can get it in after. Because I was just gagging. I couldn't get that thing, keep that thing in my mouth. But, and they said, oh, that's okay, we can get it in after. I went, fine, that's done, do whatever. So they did that. And then they put that pill camera in there. And when I woke up, it took a while for me to wake up, I suppose. And although nowhere near as long as it took to wake me up when I came in for my gallbladder surgery, which was apparently in 2011. I didn't think it was that long ago. But anyway, so yes, this pill camera, I've done some videos on it and there's a playlist and such on it. So I'll put a link to that below, but they give you this this belt to go around you. It's real flipping big. It's rather cumbersome, and it's got the data pack and all that on it. And the day before, when that one I couldn't swallow, the pill camera, it took 9 hours for this thing to stop flashing. But what I didn't know is, and I didn't know until several days after waiting here, waiting for the results and that, is that it actually takes 3 to 5 days. When they take that flipping data pack away, apparently they've got to download all the data from there, all the video and the pictures and whatever else, and you've got to get a physician to sit down and watch the video and go through all the notes. It takes 3 to 5 days to get the results back on that. Bloody hell, you're supposed to wait in here for that length of time? Well, I have been in there for that length of time, so... So anyway, so did eventually get those, and by which time of this thing going around, I didn't know if I was going to expect seeing it flash as it went around the body or what, but anyway, I didn't. And I did get the results on that, by which time the when they came back and told me what it was, they said that, well, we think that what it was is it's basically sealed itself, because I was no longer bleeding at that point. And I think that it sorted itself, and it was a lesion or something within the body. And I think it sealed itself up. That was the only thing they could tell me out of all those cameras. Anyway, I've always got a heart monitor on here. I've got this darn thing. Always got one of these on. Doesn't look like it's on, but apparently it is on. Let's hope. And they've always got these bloody cords that are going, cables and cords and whatever, always going off. Always pop off. They're just stuck to me like flipping little stickers on there. Yeah, I've got to sort all that out, haven't I? Anyway, I'll figure that out in a bit. So I've always got that thing on, and every now and again they'll come in and have to change the batteries and the darn things. Which is stupid, really. I mean, I don't know why they don't have a rechargeable batteries. They would save an awful lot of money if they had that. Plus, it's better on the environment that way. The hospitals are not a good place to be conscious on looking after the environment. It's actually quite crap, really. how much waste actually goes on in here. I mean, lots of these styrofoam, at least you can do something with those, to be fair. But there's an awful lot of waste. Straws as well. They keep coming in with straws, which both my wife and I have stopped using for the most part. But an awful lot of waste. Okay, so another thing was, as they kept me in for, is they wanted me to see physical therapists, which I would have thought I'd seen from day one, to be fair, because that was how it was before. They want to keep you moving as well. But when the physical therapist finally came up on the Monday morning, and then another in the Monday afternoon, they wasn't happy because they didn't know that I was here. And also that I was having problems walking. I mean, I walked to the VIP in lieu, because bearing in mind I've been having Oxycontin or something like that, whatever it is, as a pain pill, and I'll tell you why in a bit. And also that I've been having sleeping pill as well. Got some other pills and that I take. So those two mixed together, Oxycontin or whatever it's called, is apparently quite a strong one. They put me on the low level first of all, but I was it didn't touch the pain that I was going through or still going through. So then they upped the dosage on that. But that mixed together with a sleeping pill sends you out once it gets all working in it. And yeah, so I should have mentioned before, the reason I got the oxycodone, or oxy something or other, is because I had a bad IV. Basically, instead of going into the vein, it had come out and it was going into the skin, apparently, or into another part. I don't know if it may have been going into another vein that wasn't actually going to the heart, which has created a lot of pain for me. It's actually up in here. The swelling's gone down a bit, but there's a great big lump in there that I can feel. And they tell me that there's a blood clot in there. And the only way to get rid of it is either take that pain medicine, put an ice pack on it, which is over there somewhere now, and which keep getting a fill up. And there's also a heat pad as well somewhere down there, which I'm not sure where that's gone. But I haven't been using that. I've been using the ice pack. So, and they reckon this blood clot is going to take about 6 weeks to go. Bloody hell. I seem to be coming out with more flipping problems than I come in with. Yesterday morning, I had one of the ladies, and the physical therapist, that's right. Because I was walking around, trying to walk around, and I was ever so weak, she didn't want to let me go. She didn't think that it was good to let me go, so I was stuck here another day at least. She said they were going to come back yesterday, and they didn't. Didn't see either one of them. So yesterday, in fact, I got another doctor of some sort come up, and they'd noticed a irregularity in my heart, because I'm always on this darn heart monitor. They'd noticed an irregularity, and they were pretty concerned about that, so much so that they had to send down a heart doctor. So she came in, and then they brought down later on in the afternoon a ultrasound machine. And then they got me in the bed and put that darn thing, lots more stickers over me, and just went through my heart stuff and that. But they do say for the last 5 or 6 days, they've said, oh, well, maybe we can get you out tomorrow. But to be fair, I think it was Thursday or Friday last week, they did say, well, maybe would you want to go out today? And I went, no. And the reason I said no was because this bloody thing, this was quite swollen at the time. It's still swollen, and it was painful as hell. Still is. And it's like, it's their mistake. Why can't they flip and deal with it? It was ridiculous how it is. Apparently what you're supposed to do is, these IVs are supposed to be flushed through twice a day. Well, that's not happening. Doesn't happen. I've got another one here, which when the heart person come to do the ultrasound yesterday, she was going to use that to put some fluid in it, so I suppose it brightens up the veins or whatever through her machine. And I said to her that it hasn't been flushed for several days. So she did that. But one person says one thing and then another says another, so I'm really not sure where I stand at the moment here. Also, Friday or Saturday evening, now bearing in mind I can't get around too easy. I have to use the walker because I am unsteady on the feet, because, well, I haven't been walking too much. And I can't do everything that I would normally do. And one of the nurse techs came in on, I think, Friday evening, and she was pretty rough. So much so that she nearly knocked me over a couple of times. And it was excruciating in pain. And I worried that what she'd done was going to set me back on the healing process. So when I got back to the bed, or to the chair, I can't remember where it went, I just immediately sat down for a few minutes, and she sat down, took a breath for a few minutes and went, do I want to do this? And I went, I've got to do it, because I don't know if this person's in a bad mood or what, but I don't want to hurt anyone else, and I definitely don't want it coming back to me. So I ended up calling the hospital, the main line of the hospital, and calling up what they call a charge nurse or a nurse leader, whichever it is. And she came down, she was next floor up, and she was here like within 5 minutes, and I went through it all with her and made sure that that person wasn't going to come back to see me again. Even though, funny enough, she did actually come back to see me again and finished up the vitals. But I never did see her after that, and I got someone else after. But again, I don't know what sort of a day they'd been having, or if they were in a bad mood or what, but it was... I can't bring this down. It was not a good situation. But yeah, am I going to be out today? Or because it's like 3 o'clock in the morning now, my usual time at doing stuff. I actually fell asleep last night after everybody had left. My wife was here and some friends came by yesterday or last night, and we sat and chatted for a bit, and after they'd left, I kind of sat there and went, you know, I'll just turn the telly off for a bit, just shut everything down, and I drifted off to sleep for about 4 hours, I think. Wow. But anyway, who knows? Am I going to get out today? I don't know. I would say that I would like to, but I'm also these things that are popped up that are coming back, that are like with the pain with the arm and pain elsewhere, etc. I don't want to walk out of here and then end up back here a week later. Although personally, at this point in time, as much as I really like a lot of the staff that are here, I really wouldn't want to come back to this hospital, because I don't think the higher up staff have a clue what they're flipping going on about. I don't think they talk to one another properly. They're very quick to go, yes, let's do this, yeah, let's do that, without flipping thinking about it. That's what it seems. I mean, the last time I was in there was 3 doctors, and they were flipping arguing amongst themselves which to do right in front of me. Anyway. And that's what you get when you come into the healthcare. The lady that I saw yesterday about the heart thing, she says, well, do you go see a doctor? I went, no, I don't see a doctor. Oh, you're just trying to keep out the clutches of the healthcare system? Yes. Yes, I am. Oh, I'm on a flipping note. I only come to you lot if I'm really hurting. I don't expect to go out hurting anymore. Anyway, that's enough about all the flipping fun stuff of doing the hospitals. I will say that, you know, since I've been in here again, that I've been watching lots of videos of other door dashers, etc. And it's been fun. I mean, it's been a lot of fun watching those, interacting with a lot of them. And a big thanks to all of them that have supported and given well wishes, etc. I mean, Dashing Grandpa for sure. I mean, he's really good bloke. If you've not seen his videos, go to him. He's down in Wichita Falls in Texas. Dashing Across America, Chuck. He's a real fun bloke. I didn't realise how much of a fan he was of watching my videos, but I didn't find that out until watching his live show. So that was quite interesting. How he just loves the English accent, I suppose. So thanks for that. I'm glad you enjoyed it or enjoy it, and. Yeah, of course I'm going to be keeping up with everybody. We were trying to keep up, you know, all the time we were outdoor dashing. We were out there watching videos in the lull periods, etc. There's Bomb City Dashers. They're out in Amarillo, Texas. Angela is the lady's name. I'm not sure what her husband's name is. But anyway, we've watched them. We watched them. I watched them when they were going on their trip to Pennsylvania, etc. They went out to Hershey's and beyond that, which was actually good. Brought us down memory lane a bit, because my wife and I had done that trip too. Gig Money Madness. If you've not watched Gig Money Madness with B, she's out in the Shawnee, Kansas area, which isn't too far from us. Very nice lady, very hard worker. I mean, she's out first They're out first thing in the morning. And I think she does 6 days a week at that. And she goes out and earns her quota for the day, and then she goes home. But yeah, she's really good. And she does a lot of apps too. She does Walmart, Spark, DoorDash, Uber Eats, Delivered, and Deliver That. Oh, and I think she does Grub. Yeah, she does Grubhub too. And who knows what else? I mean, she's been doing it a while. And then there's Small Town Dashers. Small Town Dashers are up in York in Nebraska, excuse me. Got those bloody Hershey's Kisses on my mind now. Chocolates. Anyway, Small Town Dashers, they're up there in York in Nebraska. And a small town there, obviously, and they haven't done a lot recently. I think they're finding it hard to get some work and that up there. Things have really slowed down up there, or they've just got more DoorDashers out that are taking a lot of the work, I suppose. There's not enough work to go around. There's also Leeds Delivers. If you've not seen Leeds Delivers, they're out in Leeds. A bloke out there in Leeds on an electric bicycle rides all around the town delivering Uber Eats. And you get to see video footage of the crazy drivers in that part of England too. So trying to go down the cycle lanes, and idiots just park in the cycle lanes because, I don't know, because they're just bloody idiots, I suppose. And he has to deal with all of that stuff, getting around town, trying to take the bike, lock the bike up, go in and get the food. How he flipping takes some of the orders I've seen him take are very large. I mean, he's got his backpack on him, and I mean, it's specially designed. I think I've seen them on several of the websites where you can get all the DoorDash gear or that sort of food delivery gear, and you know, all for taking pizzas. Those real big ones, you can take several pizzas at a time. But this one, you get to put drinks and such in it, and he's taken some very, very big orders, and how he gets them around, I do not know. It's got to be incredibly hard on the back for sure. But anyway, go to Leeds Delivers. I'm going to put links to everyone below on the YouTube video once I get that up. And there's been several people that are actually delivering our area, and some of the shops as well that we deliver to. Carrie out in Lee's Summit, she's a DoorDash driver out there. I've never actually met her, but she's been following me following the videos for several months now. And so thank you, Carrie. Thank you for all the well wishes. And hopefully the work is going well for you. And some shops as well, restaurants that we deliver from or go to as well. The market in Lee's Summit, if you've not been there, they're in downtown Lee's Summit, and 24 hours they're open, 7 days a week, and you can go in there, get a sandwich, get a pint of milk, go in there, get a pizza in the middle of the morning. They've got lots of other stuff there, lots of stuff. So you don't have to go down to Quick Trip or wherever and spend a fortune. It's a family-run shop, and it's over next to Conrad's. It's on Main Street, and it runs consecutively with the railway line that goes into the Amtrak station there, which is also the History Society of Lee's Summit too. So yeah, so it's right down there, like I said, right next door to Comrades, and which is off of 3rd Street and Main Street. I can't remember if it's Southwest Main Street or what, but anyway, good place. Very, very nice people, family-owned place, and they work hard. They do work hard. And it's a fun place to go too. They've even got some, like, what we call one-armed bandits or whatever, you know, arcade machines and that at the back of it. You can get booze as well, but I think you can only do that till 1 o'clock in the morning or something. I'm not sure. I don't deal with booze, don't care about it, don't want to know about it. And you've got snacks as well, but like I said, you can go in there and get a pizza in the middle of the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning if you want. Or but they do some really good sandwiches that they'll make there too. We've had several of them there, and they do some lovely homemade soups as well. I know it's hot weather, but even so, soups are good anytime. So yeah, they've been very nice as well. But yeah, it's who knows? So I don't know when I'm going to be coming out. I don't know. I would hope for today or tomorrow, whichever you want to look at it as, but I just have to see what happens. I feel sorry for my wife. She's having to come up here every day. I know the last time that I'd been in for a month, when I got home, she said she was happy to have me home, and then a week later I'm back in here. So yeah, and so she's having to survive on her own. But luckily we got some really good neighbours. I mean, really, really nice neighbours that do keep an eye out and keep a watchful eye on her for me. And we're actually very fortunate to have them as neighbours. Both Andrew and Matthew are very, very good to have. And they're also the ones that own the chickens next door. The crazy chickens. I do miss the chickens. Crazy creatures. But no, there's been several visitors that have been by since I've been here. And as I said, there's a lot of staff here that are really, really nice. I didn't get pictures this time around of people who haven't done that, but there's some that are better than others. but incredibly nice people. I mean, one of my nurses, Patricia, she's a very fun lady, very much a fun lady. Her and her husband are into watching Doctor Who and Vinnie Jones. If any of you know who Vinnie Jones is, Vinnie Jones was one of the football players back home. That would be proper football. and you know, we had a lot of hooligans back home for supporters on many of the football teams, but with Vinnie Jones we didn't need any hooligans. He was bad enough as it was. But now he's an actor. Anyway, but anyway, they're big fans of it. And there's a couple of the technicians here, the nurse technicians are very, very nice. There's Nicole, who's a young lady from Puerto Rico, and there's two Davids. not sure where both of those, I think they're both from the area, but extremely flipping nice fellas, young blokes. But there's a lot of them. There's a lot of people here that are real nice. But my problem is why don't the doctors? It doesn't seem like communication is very good between the doctors. I know they've got an awful lot of other people to deal with, but communication appears to be hard work. I don't know why. Anyway, that'll do it, and I'll be back on here soon. Hey everyone, I was just finishing up, and that young lady tech nurse came in. It was time to check my vitals, make sure that I'm still alive, I guess. I think it's every 3 hours or so they come by. Anyway, so yeah, as I was saying, thanks for watching, and I'll be back on here at some stage. I'll try to be better on doing some updates and that. And to those that are going out to the gig conference this Friday, I hope you all have fun. I was wanting to go to that, but Denver's a bit of a long drive out there, and I enjoyed it when we went the first time round. That was quite enjoyable. I think maybe it's getting a little bit too big now, unfortunately with some of those YouTube channels, they get a bigger audience to deal with, or entertain, or whichever, or educate, and they just lose the people in the crowd that were actually there watching them in the first place. So I think somehow the bigger they get, they just lose the purpose on what they're actually what they wanted to start for. And I think that's where some of them have landed, that you just they forget who you are. It's just if you try to ask a question on one of their live shows, you just get lost in the crowd, and I don't know. So hopefully, I mean, I'd love to have a big audience to entertain. I mean, they do get some hits on the videos, but I'd get quite a lot of hits actually. But it's just I'd still like to be able to remember the people that were here in the first place watching me, etc., and still be able to answer questions if there's any questions that they have. A lot of people like to hear the British accent, etc. I know Chuck out there in dashing across America certainly does. I'm not laughing at you, mate. I mean, it just seems funny that I never even knew I had a bloody accent before I came here. I just sounded like everybody else in London. Well, near enough. Depends which part of London you come from, what you sound like. In fact, it depends on which part of Wimbledon you come from, because you can go to several areas in Wimbledon, and sound a lot different than someone else the other side of Wimbledon. It's quite crazy at how the dialect, etc., changes just within one town. Anyway, thanks for watching. Cheers. Ta-da.